Morning. Who's there? Right. Hello. It's a bright sunny morning and I probably find most of you is probably out, so I don't know why I'm speaking to you. Yes, we're going to do a pastel, and I know it's really warm and nice days and you're probably out, but I'll save the pastel for you and send it up to you afterwards when it's all done. Hi Alison, you alright? We did have a lovely weekend. Yes, very nice. Morning Ken. Oh well, some of you are here, some of you are here. So I've sent you a post, but tomorrow we've got some friends calling, so I'll have to cancel tomorrow. So I'll send you the video of this one, so that'll give you something to do. So yes, we had a nice morning. Oh, how are you, Billy? You're in. Looking forward to this. I sat over in Sam's ears watching it. Right. So what we're going to do is this pastel of Provence. So it's going to be nice bright colours. I might alter it a fraction. I might just try and put a pathway. I don't know. It's just a foot. I mean, we've drove through Provence a few times, and it is a very nice place. But we never stopped. Always drove through to get to the south of France. Right. Who's that one? I don't know who that is. Good morning, Plamene. Morning, I think it's Plamene. Morning. Right. So we'll get sort of started. So I've got my pastels here. What you can see. There's the pastels. The different boxes. These are probably, I'm going to probably use quite a few of these to get this violet feel to the lavender, etc. So we'll just get started really. So that's the view on the camera. I'm going to just wait a second. I'm just going to move something out the road so that I can see. Oh, I can, yeah. That's the view on the camera, and I can I'll put on a corner view for the pastels in the top corner for you. Right, I think. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Right, so we'll get started, yes. So I'm going to make a nice sort of strong blue sky, getting just pale. I've already got pastel all over myself and paint. I only wanted some touching up and I've got paint on. So I'm going to put a nice sky in. I'm not going to split it exactly in half, which is on the photograph. I'm going to fetch it down a bit more so that there's a little bit less lavender. So otherwise it'll be just split completely in half. So if there's any questions as I'm doing it, just type in. I'll try and keep an eye on the comments board. So we need to get a strongish sky. So I'm going to layer the pastels up like I always do. So this is a hard one, but I'm just going to get a layer onto the paper like that. Can you see that? Yeah. So we're just going to layer this in. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll lay it in across the top, and then what I'll do is I'll draw. I don't want to put sky all over where the tree and the house is, because then I'll have to push more pastel harder on the top of it. So I'm going to sort of draw it in. So I want to level about it just below half, just below halfway, sort of like that area. So that's sort of going to be the bottom area. So the house is going to be about here. I'll just sort of draw the farmhouse in, just to get so that, like I said, if I go over with sky on top of that, and then I have to put the pastel in, that's when things just get a bit more harder to get the pastel to take. And then your tree trunk is coming up about here, and your tree is out sort of here. And that's it. I think it's finished. I think it's done. Janet, morning Janet, you all right? Right, so that's where we're going to be. So I'm just going to continue to layer the pastel in. And like I said, this is a harder pastel. This isn't the very soft one. These are Senneliers. These sort of originally round pastel, but they're very hard. So sort of round. Now, what we do with the tree is we just block the tree in, and then we add sky by just punching holes in. So take the sky in a little bit so that you're not sort of leaving a halo around it. So take the sky into the buildings a bit. so you're not leaving this halo around it. Like I said, I'm not worried about all the edges because we put a mount over these. Right, so that's the dark. Now we've just got to start adding colour into this. I've got a pastel here. It's a strong blue, this, but I want a strong blue in, and then I'll layer it up. So this is strong going in. This is a softer pastel. This is one of the unison pastels. See the sort of the colouring going in like that. So we're going for a nice, I'll just move something in the road. I'll just move it out the road so that I can see where I'm at with you. Right. So we're going in with a stronger pastel up here. This is unison, they are softer. Push it in hard at the top. Push it in hard at the top, and then gradually just tease off. By the time I get down to the bottom, I'll probably have no pastel left. Just gradually ease off, so we just get less colour just down here. We're going to fill this in because otherwise I don't want the brown of the paper to be showing through. So I want this to be complete sky in. So I'll get a lighter colouring for the sky there now. Just trying to find the blue I want. Do you know what I mean? I'll have to get some more blues. I seem to be disappearing with blues. This is a unison one. Can you see the lightness on that? So what I'm going to do now is just blend this into this picture. And just go with it. And you just trace, you've got to lose the brown, but you want bits of the blue that you've done to show through, so you're getting a sense of layers on the colour. Otherwise, all you're going to get is just a flat colour. Colours seem a bit intense on your screen. I'll just see if I can tone them down a fraction. Just darken them down a little bit. They just look a bit bright to me, a bit intense. That might be better. Just tone them down a little bit. Yeah. Right, so continuing on, just getting this pastel over top of the blue. You'll probably push some more blue back into this top level afterwards. And this is quite, it's like a card, a stiff card, this paper, so it takes quite a bit of pastel. I'll have to send for some more blues. I'm definitely running out of blues. The problem when you're doing English landscape, you have to use a lot of blues, and if I keep dropping them on the floor, and I'm reaching past the camera that's photographing this. The camera's right in front of my sort of chest at the moment. Right. Paler blue now for the bottom. I am running out. This one. More on the pink side. That actually a little bit of pink into that will just give a little bit of light into it. So I'm just going to sort of softly glaze a little bit of pink. I'm going to fetch you the light into this because I don't want it to be just blue. So just a little bits of pink, and that also helps reflect into the main picture. So just drifting a little bit, and I'm trying bit by bit to actually lose the brown on the paper on this. I don't want, on other times I've let the brown show through because it's been a darker scene, but if you want this brighter sky, so sort of a layer of pink, it just press on around this area, but as you're going up into the blues, just slightly dust it, so it just slightly dust it over. Well, that's the building there, just wiped out half the building. Down into there. Okay, same across here, a little bit of pink into it. And then I'm gradually going to add ochre in, yellow, very pale yellow ochre, just to start creating the light into it down here. Got that intensity there. And then we've got to turn to really pale blues now. Actually, some of these pale blues here are getting greener. I don't know why. There we are. I seem to have got the definitely lost a lot of the. But no, this is just a little ochre colour, just to get a little bit of light into the sky, just a little. Take that down to the bottom. Just filling the sky. Morning, Gillian, you alright? Watching between gardening. Well, it's the weather for it, isn't it? Right, so just gradually pushing in that pink and lightening the sky up a little bit. Same over this side. On fire. Are you still there? I can't see anything happening on the picture. What's going on? Yeah, picture's frozen. Yeah, I know, I can see that. It's not frozen at my side, so it still says I'm live. But I can see it's frozen because I've got two screens, and on one screen I can see myself drawing, and on the other screen I can't see myself. How can I unfreeze that? I don't think it's the camera. No, the picture's frozen all round. Why would that happen? I don't know what's happening here, because I can continue on and see the camera on myself. Gremlins has definitely got it, Billy, but I can't figure it out. I'm not frightened, but I don't know whether I want to just switch off and start again, because it might lose it altogether. It's obviously, I'm saying live, I'm going to turn it off and see if I can start again. I'm a bit wary of it, because it might just completely lose the thing. If I lose it, just stay around, and then I'll try and get another section going, because I can't seem to stop this from freezing. So it's a zoom and pan work. Yeah, it works on here, but it just, whoops. The picture is definitely from. I'm going to have to turn it off. I'm going to have to turn it off because you're not seeing anything. I'm going to turn it off and then see if I can set it up again. Wait a second, give me a chance.